Hello again, and welcome back to today's video. It's been a little while, apologies for that. I've just been having a bit of a month. Heat and stuff. Ooh, it's been hot. Anyway, so this is last month's, but this is the end of last month video. Apologies, it's come 3 days later than normal. Well, I mean, I try to get them out at the end of the month, but, you know, it happens. It's just life. Anyway, apologies, it's come later than normal. So, getting straight into it. I'm just gonna whip up my pictures so I know which ones I'm talking about. And then I can make sure I have them in the correct order. In the editing bay, edit this out. Right. Anyway, getting straight into it, so I started out this month by finishing off my Soviet army. So as you can see, we have 3 T-34-85s, 1 KV-2, and a KV-1/2. The reason why there's only one extra KV-1 turret is because the other one, many years ago I converted it to have the PaK-40 gun from... Well, to have the PaK-40 gun from the, like, Panzer IVs on it, like the that premium one in War Thunder, and also, like, some of the ones that were done by the Germans in real life, where they would, like, refit them to have different guns. But I didn't end up liking it, and I also accidentally ran over the turret with my desk chair when I used to live in an apartment years and years and years ago, so it went in the scrap heap, and I used it a while back as a piece of terrain, and then it got lost. Anyway. So yeah, I got the 5 tanks are all done now, although I intend to get more Soviet armor eventually, but for now, that's what I've got. I also did a ZIS-5, not a ZIS-5, I think it's a ZIS-3 multi-purpose anti-tank gun. It's the divisional gun, that's what it's called, in bolt action. I did another machine gun team. I photographed the whole Soviet army because I kind of mixed them together before I took the picture by accident, so I forgot which ones were the new ones, which ones were the old ones. I did 2 12-man SMG squads. I did a medic and a forward artillery observer with support, although they're just off to the side in the picture. You can see them there. Well, you can see them on the right-hand side. I did 3 anti-tank rifle teams. I did another force commander with some attachés, like another lieutenant with some attachés, and then I did 2 rifle squads of just pure rifles for conscripts and or Strafbather units. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize for anyone that speaks Russian. Oh, and I did a commissar with his command group as well, so... Yeah, that's my, that's like 100 or so Soviets altogether, I think. Because I did 56 models, and then I did 71 models, so that's 127 models altogether. Doesn't feel like it, does it? I will, if I'm wrong on that count, I will put the number in the top corner of the video, near the KV-2. Then, following on from doing my Soviets, I did my Team Yankee West Germans. So, I started out by painting all the infantry, which are lovely and very badly photographed, but that's an unfortunate fact of 15mm miniatures. They don't photograph well, but they're also kind of not meant to. But so I did two full strength Zugs, and then a command Zug with just the command squad, and they go in Marder 1s, or just Marders, because technically the Marder 2 was just a prototype that never actually got adopted, and instead they went for the Puma, the new one, not the World War II one, of course. But these guys are painted up as the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division, because in the 80s, the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division was one of the first German units to receive the early Flaktarn equipment, this being a Flaktarn body vest, early webbing with Flaktarn camouflage on it, and Flaktarn helmet covers, or Flaktarn. It's either Flaktarn or Flaktarn. It's probably Flaktarn. I apologize. Yeah, so I did them like that, and you'll see that across the force, including in like vehicle crews. Although there's only 6 vehicles with exposed crews that actually have like the body armor on, because for like tank commanders and stuff, they wouldn't be wearing the flak jackets that the infantry wore, but the early Flecton flak jacket, which I'll see if I can find an image of it. I'll put it here. That was like the first units to receive them were in the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division. If my reading on the subject has been correct, I hope it has. I'd be very upset if I was wrong. Then moving on from the infantry, I did I actually started with all the support elements. So I did I did 6 Panzermörsers, which is basically just M113 mortar carriers, but German. I did 2 Ratenwerfers, Lars, L-A-R-A-S, L-A-R-S, Lars Ratenwerfers, which are basically just missile trucks. Basically a Katyusha rocket launcher, if you're more familiar with World War II, but modern and cool as fuck. Then I did 6 Jaguar 1 tank hunters, which are, for those who aren't aware, these are basically the Germans. The Germans in the 60s essentially went, hey, let's make a new Stug. So they made the Kanonenjagdpanzer 9, I think it's 90. Yeah, the Kanonenjagdpanzer 90, I think it was. And that had a 90mm gun in it, which was fucking useless, because it's the Cold War, and everyone's rocking nice armor. Well, I mean, it wasn't fucking useless. It became fucking useless when everyone started using composite armor and stuff. So when that sort of kind of began to happen, and the Soviets had the ERA in the works and things, they basically took all of the Jaguar, the Kanonenjagdpanzers, and refit them into Jaguars and stuck French hot missiles on them, and made them fully sealed so that they could survive in an NBC environment. Then later down the line, they made the Jaguar 2, which had a tow missile in it, and wasn't full seal, so it couldn't operate in NBC environments. Following on from that, I did my battery of Roland my battery of Roland anti-air missile launchers, which these things are fucking cool. If you've not seen a video of them, you should watch it. Like the video of them operating. The way that they work is it's like a revolver-fed rocket launcher, like missile launcher. So essentially, what happens is it fires the missiles, and then those tubes drop off, and then these little hatches on the side, like underneath it, open up, and the arms that have the tubes on them like rotate down, pick up a new round, pop back up, and then they're ready to go again. It's really fucking cool. Very, very interesting mechanics. Following on from the Rolands, I then did a battery, my full 6 model battery of M109Gs with the short barrels, because that's correct. If you play West Germans and you build them with the long barrels, even though they did do the long barrels later on, the short barrels look way better, personally. The long barrels just look too much, frankly. You'll notice I don't put unit numbers on any of these. The reason why, I could not find actual images of them in NATO 3-tone with unit numbers. Even in the modern day, we don't have that. We do have, there's a number plate on every, I say we. The West Germans, if you look at, photographs of them even in the modern day, they just have the number plates. They don't actually usually have, a big number like in World War II. Which is a shame, but also 100% understand why they did that, because it fucks the camouflage. I've noticed that the iron crosses on these, if you move a decent distance, they blend into the camouflage, whereas I don't think big white numbers would. Anyway, following on from doing the M109Gs, I did this nice little artillery forward observer in an M113, because they can't have them in Armada 3, which is a shame. Sorry, not Armada 3, in Armada. Got World War II on the brain. So I did that M113 artillery observer. And then next I did 5 Leopard 1s. This force, for those who play Team Yankee, is in its entirety is 200 points. It is a big force. Anyway, so I got 5 Leopard 1s. Essentially I get a bonus Leopard, because in my actual army list, that Leopard with the commander sticking out the top is an extra one that isn't actually in the list. I just have it because it's extra. And they come in boxes of 5, so I had an extra one. So I painted them up so I can use them. so I can use them in smaller games as a Leopard 1 platoon commander or whatever. Then following on from doing my Leopard 1s, I did my Leopard 2s. I haven't got any A5s. I don't really... It's not that I don't like the A5, it's that I wanted to keep all my stuff more in line with, like, the early part of the conflict in the Team Yankee universe, where it's, like, just, like, the almost immediate, like, aftermath of the start of the Third World War, where they probably wouldn't have the Leopard 2 A5 out yet. That feels like that comes later, and I'm fairly certain it did, because I believe they were only on the A4 in 1986, or 1985, which is when Team Yankee starts. Anyway, so I got 10 Leopard 2s, one of which is my commander, and I had to do a hack job where I cut all the hatches off, because originally I built them with all commanders sticking out, because in NATO doctrine back then, you actually would have your commander sitting out the top of the tank. But I realized I didn't want to paint 10 tiny tank commanders and risk fucking up my NATO 3-tone, because that shit took so long to paint. Well, that shit was going to take so long to paint, which, I mean, it didn't in the end. It took like 10 minutes per tank, but that's semantics. I think they look better battened up. Although, them machine guns, if you collect Team Yankee, them machine gun, you'll know the pain. Those machine guns break off so fucking easily. Just had to take a drink, because it's hot. Anyway, right, moving on. Then after finishing up the Leopard 2s, I moved straight on and painted up 15 Marder 1s. Only 14 of these are actually in use. The 15th is, again, a bonus vehicle because of the number you get in the box. But that is enough to transport all of my beautiful infantry. 14 transports. So my grenadiers may ride across the fjords of Germany and kill Russians. Well, kill Soviets. It's not just Russians. In Team Yankee, it's everyone in the Warsaw Pact. Anyway, following on from finishing my Team Yankee project, which took the better part of the month and was being done during the time in which I wasn't feeling particularly great, I then did my Chinese... well, I've done the infantry. Now, I'm waiting on... something I realized whilst I was working on my Chinese infantry was that my tanks the tank I had chosen for my Chinese infantry never even served in the region. Or at least that particular variant didn't. So I went out of my way to get some ones that I can make look like the correct variant of the tanks I have. So you'll see those next month, because they're going to arrive in, well, they should be arriving next week. From when this video goes out. It should be arriving next week. And so, yeah, they'll be in next month's, this month's, as we're in currently this month's end of month video. But yeah, so here we've got 3 10-man squads, a command squad of 3 men for the actual infantry platoon, and then for the heavy weapons platoon that you can see there with the 2 machine guns and 2 anti-tank rifles, there is a second command group of just 2 guys. My Chinese, for those who are interested, they can't be run anymore as Chinese, because the Chinese don't have rules in Bolt Action V3, or at least if they do, they aren't on the app. They aren't on the app. So to run my Chinese, I have to, to run them the way I want them, because these are the 88th Division specifically, who were quite fanatical. You might get an idea of where I'm going with this. I wrote the list for this army to have all of the infantry and officers and stuff are being ran as Waffen-SS, because it gives them fanatic rule, which ties in with them being the 88th Division. I mean, because if you read some of the stories about the way they were fighting against the Japanese in Shanghai and Nanking, you kind of understand why I would go down the route of writing the list for them as them being SS, because it, from a rules perspective, not from an actual game perspective. When the Chinese actually get rules again, hell yeah, I'm gonna instantly swap them over, which might be annoying as fuck, because I might have to rewrite the list, because maybe their infantry will be cheaper or something, you know. Life's like that. But they will hopefully have access to all the tanks, which will be nice. But for a little bit of spoilers on the tanks, I've got a Panzer 1, but I won't say what the rest are. We'll keep that until next month. But with that is everything I've actually done this month. It has been, okay, and granted, right, okay, you're gonna be, I'm probably gonna get some fucking hate for what I'm about to say. It's been a slow month. Only 61 vehicles and like 200 infantry. I'm messing. But I mean, that is like the numbers we're talking about. I'll put up a number of total models. When I say 200 infantry, it's because I'm individually counting each member of those units on the bases for Team Yankee, because there's 80 something of them on those bases, and I've got plenty of them extra because I had to buy an extra, like 2 extra boxes of them to fill them out properly with extra like with the because I was missing some of the weapon teams, which is really annoying. Pain in my ass. But yeah, so that's it for this month. Thank you for watching. Sorry about the fan in the background this whole video. It's just too fucking hot to do this without a fan. Because I went on a walk before filming this, and I baked myself in the sun. It's a lovely walk, though. I might include some of the pictures I took. None that may give away where I live, of course, but like maybe the nice pictures of the forest. But yeah, no, we went on a nice walk. But no, that's it for this video. I apologize for not having produced much content this month. It has just been a bit of a one for me. Not really anything in particular. However, next month, well, this month that we're in now, I intend to put out some content, the next few days. I'm going to put up a video. It'll probably be something interesting. I don't know, I might do, I'm wanting to diversify my content a bit, so something I am working on is doing a battle report video. Don't have your hopes up, that might not come until next month. It depends, because I need it's with the battle report video, it's not about difficulty filming it, it's about getting time sorted to do it. Not because I don't have time, I am a cretin. I need to get, you know, I need to have time to get it all set up and then be able to film it all without it causing any issues in my house with, like, you know, my partner needing to get to kitchens and stuff. Because, I mean, God, that sounds real bad. That sounds like I do all the cooking and cleaning, just to be clear. But, you know, like food and drinks and stuff are all in the kitchen, so I don't want to block off the kitchen with my Wargaming table for 6 hours to film a battle report and annoy the shit out of people. Well, annoy the shit out of my partner. She wouldn't care, but, you know, it's, yeah. Semantics. I have been baked in the heat, so I am rambling a little bit, and I do apologize about it, but thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you've worked on this month. I'd love to know. But yes, thank you for watching.